In today's episode of The Story of Animals, we're taking a trip so far back in time that even the dinosaurs hadn't RSVP'd to existence yet. Our destination? A world ruled not by towering reptiles or mighty mammals, but by small armored wonders crawling across ancient seafloors. They were the original celebrities of the Paleozoic seas, the Trilobites. Before we dive in, quite literally, let's answer the big question: what exactly is a trilobite? Picture an armored bug, a sea cockroach, or perhaps a horseshoe crab with a touch more style. Now shrink it down to somewhere between the size of your pinky nail and, in some cases, a respectable dinner plate. Trilobites were marine arthropods, meaning they belonged to the same broad family as crabs, spiders, and insects. Their name comes from their body being divided into 3 lobes, a central axial lobe and 2 pleural lobes on either side. Add to that a head shield, the cephalon, a segmented thorax, and a tailpiece, the pygidium, and you have yourself a perfectly armored package. If there were an award for longest career in the fossil record, trilobites would be top contenders. They first appeared over 520 million years ago during the Cambrian explosion, a time when life on Earth suddenly decided to diversify like crazy. From then on, trilobites thrived for around 270 million years before finally bowing out at the end of the Permian period, when the biggest mass extinction in history wiped them out. To put that in perspective, humans have only been around for about 300,000 years. Trilobites had a reign almost 900 times longer. Talk about job security. Now here's something that will make your eyes pop. Trilobites had some of the earliest complex eyes in the animal kingdom. And not just any eyes, they were made of calcite crystals. Yes, you heard that right. These little creatures had literal rock-hard eyes. These compound eyes were similar to those of modern insects, made up of dozens or even thousands of tiny lenses. Some trilobites could see almost 360 degrees around them. Handy if you're trying to spot predators sneaking up in a world filled with giant sea scorpions. Others had no eyes at all, living in pitch-black environments where sight was overrated and feelers were the way to go. Trilobites weren't all the same. Some were bottom dwellers, shuffling along the sea floor in search of tasty organic bits. Others swam freely like tiny armored submarines, and a few were predators themselves, sporting spiny appendages to snatch up smaller prey. They also had a secret weapon, the ability to enroll. No, not in school. Trilobites could curl up into a ball, much like modern pill bugs, tucking their vulnerable undersides safely inside their armor. This defense strategy was so effective that fossilized trilobites are often found still rolled up, as if they died mid-defense. For paleontologists and fossil enthusiasts, trilobites are like trading cards from the deep past. There were over 20,000 known species, and they came in an astonishing variety of shapes and ornamentations. Some had elaborate spines jutting out like punk rock hairstyles. Others had smooth, streamlined shells, perfect for zipping through the water. And if you think collecting Pokemon is addictive, try trilobites. Some fossils are so exquisitely preserved that you can still see the fine details of their compound eyes and segmented bodies, frozen in stone for hundreds of millions of years. You might wonder, why should we care about some extinct sea bugs? Well, trilobites are more than just pretty fossils. They help scientists understand ancient ecosystems, track the shifting of continents, and even date layers of rock thanks to their rapid evolution and widespread distribution. Think of them as time-stamped postcards from the ancient oceans, each one telling us something about what Earth was like long before humans were in the picture. Despite their long success, trilobites couldn't escape the catastrophic Permian-Triassic extinction about 252 million years ago. This event wiped out around 90% of marine species. The trilobites, once kings of the Paleozoic seas, vanished completely. Still, their legacy endures, not in living descendants, but in the rocks and in the fascination they spark. They're proof that even the smallest creatures can leave the biggest marks on Earth's history. So the next time you hold a trilobite fossil, remember, you're holding a fragment of a story that began 500 million years ago. These little armored travelers navigated oceans long gone, survived countless evolutionary challenges, and still managed to leave us something beautiful to marvel at. That's the tale of the Trilobite, the armored rock stars of the ancient seas. Now, it's time to see how much you've learned from today's episode. We've got 3 fun trivia questions coming up. Ready? Let's start. Question 1. What gave trilobites their name? The correct answer is B. They had 3 main body sections. The term trilobite refers to their 3 distinct body lobes, 1 central lobe and 2 side lobes. Let's try another question. Question 2. What were trilobite eyes made of? The correct answer is C. Calcite. Their compound eyes were composed of calcite crystals, making them one of the earliest animals with complex, rock-hard vision. Let's move on to the last question for this episode. Question 3. How did trilobites protect themselves from predators? The correct answer is C. Rolling into a ball. Many trilobites curled up, tucking their vulnerable parts inside their armor, much like modern pill bugs do today. Great job if you got all 3 questions correct. If not, you've still learned something incredible about these ancient ocean icons.